guys, my name is Nori and welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be doing our February wrap up, and I'm going to let you all on a little secret. I actually stopped liking filming these videos. I know, crazy. So I'm going to be trying to do a new format on how to do these videos. So if you do like these formats better than the traditional ones, then comment down below and then we can start doing it like this. Hopefully I pick up the excitement. Form is a lot easier and a lot enjoyable for me to film, and I hope that you guys like it too. So again, comment down below if you like this format better. We are going to start off with our stats, then I'm going to tell you every single book I read, and then if you want, I'm going to post all the timestamps down below to see if you want to hear about a certain book, or if not, you can watch the whole video, which is pretty great too. So our stats for the month of February, if you did not know, I was participating in Blackathon and Contemporary-a-thon as well, so I got a lot of fantasy, sci-fi, and romance in here, which is basically everything that I normally read as well. So in the month of February, I read 9 books, 4 adult books, and 5 YA books. And our ratings, I have 5 5-star reads, which y'all, they were really good. I have 2 4-star reads, and I have 2 3-star reads, and 0 2 stars and 0 1 stars, which is a pretty good win. For the genres, we have 1 comic, 1 manga, 3 romances, 2 SFF science fiction or fantasy, and 2 adult contemporary novels. And the books that I read this month, which I just categorized from the first book that I picked up in February to the last book that I picked up in February. The first one is My Sister the Serial Killer by Oyinka Braithwaite, Pet by Akwaeke Emezi, Queenie by Candice Carty Williams, Four Girls by Tochi Onyebuchi, Tweet Cute by Emma Lord, Snow White with Red Hair, Volume 1, Can't Escape Love by Alyssa Cole, Love Her, Lose Her by Atessa Bailey, and Moon Girl and Devil Dinasaur, Volume 1. Again, if you want to stick around and hear me talk about all of these wonderful books, then go ahead and stick around. But if you want to see a specific book, timestamps are down below. So the first book that I'm going to talk about is My Sister the Serial Killer by Oyinka Braithwaite. I actually gave this a 4 out of 5 stars, and it was a pleasant surprise. So this follows Korede and Ayola, and Korede is the older sister and Ayola is the younger. So you already see the imbalance because the first child always gets the responsibility. So this book starts with Korede having her dinner in peace and Ayola calling that there's been an accident and she has killed a person. And Korede, being the older sister that she is, covers her sister's tracks up. Now, when Ayola finds herself interested in the same person that Korede has liked for the longest time, plus a co-worker, things kind of get complicated. Y'all, I was so scared to read this book because I don't do thrillers. Even though it's almost marketed as a thriller, I actually found it more towards the contemporary side because of all of the commentary and all of that stuff. Guys, I really enjoyed this book and I highly suggest that you give it a try. The next book that I read was Pet by Akwaeke Emezi, and I gave this a 5 out of 5 stars. Y'all, when I tell you that this book blew me away, it blew me away. I cannot stop thinking about this book, y'all. So if this is an indication to pick this book up, pick it up, please. This follows a girl named Jam. Jam is a transgendered character living in this perfect city of Lucille where all the monsters have gone. Monsters, metaphorically speaking, about, murderers and liars and all the bad people in the streets are gone. So tell me how. Jam's mother is a painter, and one day this gigantic beast of a monster jumps out of this painting and tells Jam, I'm here to hunt a monster. And turns out that apparently this monster is living in her best friend's house, and his name is Redemption. So this follows Jam and on her adventure with this gigantic beast on the hunt for monsters, aka a very bad person. Y'all, oh my god, I get chills talking about this book because I have never read something like this. And oh, the writing, it was incredible. I can see every single detail. So if you are a visual kind of reader, I highly suggest that you pick this book up. But just the commentary on this book, and it just talks about sometimes, you know, the monsters are hidden in plain sight, and just blown away. Definitely, this book is definitely going to be on my top favorites of 2020, so pick it up. The next book that I read was Queenie by Candace Carty Williams, and I gave this a 5 out of 5 stars, y'all. I had an excellent reading month, if you could not tell. So this follows Queenie, go figure, and she is a 25-year-old Jamaican living in London. Now you follow Queenie's life after the breakup of I guess the relationship that she thought was going to last forever. And you follow her as her life spirals out of control and she having to deal with mental health and the repercussions that it leaves. Y'all, this book was not for the light-hearted. Like, this book was 5 stars, but it wasn't like, oh my god, I had a great time reading this. No, this book was 5 stars because it hurt to see Queenie, which Queenie and I are 25 years old. We both share the same age. She has no idea where her life is going. Her life is spiraling out of control, and you can just feel everything that she is going through, and you're like, oh my god, Queenie, snap out of it. But then you realize that she is going through some serious mental health issues, and it was a crazy book. Like, it was heart-wrenching. It sucked because obviously you're pulling for Queenie. You're like, okay girl, get your life together, but because of the mental health, it's spiraling, and it is tough. And this book made me feel things, and just for that and the writing style, 5 out of 5 stars. Definitely a favorite, but not for the lighthearted. The next book that I read was World Girls by Toche Onyebuchi, and I gave this a 4 out of 5 stars. At this point, I don't even know why I gave this a 4 out of 5 stars. It's more like a 4.5 out of 5 stars. But y'all, this book was a wild adventure, and this is like a futuristic dystopian Black Panther inspired book, but it's actually, I don't want to say a retelling of the 1960 Nigerian Civil War, but it does pull out inspiration from that, and because of that, this book was crazy, y'all. I read the last because I like to stick till the end, and the author's note saying that he pulled the stories from his family's experience, y'all. Talking about it just gives me chills, y'all. This follows Onyi and Ify, and these two girls are in a camp and they got rescued. So they live in a camp full of all females, and they take care of each other. They hunt, and the land is pretty much destroyed to the point that it radiates poison, and if you breathe it in, you're gonna get killed either on the spot or you won't live long enough to see the light of day. Insane. But what makes it, you know, super interesting is that there's a civil war going on, and the way that they fight, it is through robots, a futuristic transformer kind of deal, y'all, and it was action packed. So Ify actually gets captured by the enemy, and Onye tries to get her back. So this is it is through a certain time frame. There are time jumps as well, so you follow these two sisters, and if I didn't tell you that this is a crazy ride, it is a freaking crazy ride, y'all. Honestly, pick it up and enjoy it for yourselves. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. The next book that I read was Tweet Cute by Emma Lord, and I gave this a 5 out of 5 stars. Oh my god, this was so cute. Like, every time I think about this book, because I do think about this book very often, it just makes my heart melt and soar, and I love this book so much. Definitely going to be at least in the top 5 of my 2020 reads. I know. This follows Jack and Pepper, and they are both students in this very prestigious high school where you gotta pay a lot of money, so it is bougie. And we follow Pepper, who moved in from Nashville and went to New York City because her family started this small town burger place, which actually blew up into a corporation of burger places, aka like a McDonald's sort of deal. So they are loaded, they are rich, they got a lot of stuff going on. And then we have Jack. Jack actually has a twin brother, and their family owns this small sandwich shop which was started by their grandparents, and they are super famous for their sandwiches and their desserts. So when Jack finds out that this big corporation of burger places, it looks like they stole one of their best-selling sandwiches over the years, he and his brother go on Twitter and start this war with the burger place, aka Pepper. And what they don't know is that they had been talking in an online anonymous chat with each other, and it gets crazy. So this book is friends to enemies to lovers, and if that doesn't sound perfect for you guys, I don't know what to tell you, but this was a 5 out of 5 stars. Again, top 5 favorite books of 2020. You have to read it. The next book that we have, it is Snow White with the Red Hair by Sorata Akiduki. Sorry if I butchered that. And it is volume 1. So this follows Shirayuki, and she is a herbologist with this gorgeous long red hair. And when the prince finds out, he actually orders her to come to the castle to become his concubine, and she was like, no. So she chops off her red hair and goes out on the run in the forest, and over there she actually ends up tripping with Zen, and he actually turns out to be a prince. This is a very, very loose retelling of Snow White. Obviously you can get that between volumes 1, but I think it's just a concept. I gave this a 3 out of 5 stars. It wasn't bad, but the way that the chapters are divided, there's always like, I don't want to say there's like mini stories going on, but there's different things going on almost every single chapter, which it's fine, but kind of got lost there for a bit. But I'm actually watching the anime and reading the manga, so it's actually pretty cool. As of right now, I'm liking the anime a little bit better, but I will be continuing on with the series. The next book that I read, it is Can't Escape Love by Alyssa Cole, and I gave this a 4.5 out of 5 stars. Y'all, this book was so close to getting a 5 stars. And the only reason why this book didn't get a full 5 stars is because this book is actually quite short. This is a novella, and it follows The Reluctant Royals by Alyssa Cole. This is a whole entire series. Oh my god, I love this series to death. And I will never say anything wrong about Alyssa Cole. To this day, I love her and her romances and her books. Like, if you love romance, you have to get to her books, y'all. Honestly, you do. So this follows Reggie and Gus. Now, Reggie, she has this condition, and because of this condition, she's actually in a wheelchair. So Reggie is a badass, and she doesn't like anybody to take pity on her. You know, she does whatever she has to do, and she's very successful. She started this website, Girls with Glasses, but Reggie has insomnia, so you can imagine running your own website and business and not being able to sleep, which is where Gus comes in. She has seen Gus in a playing, almost like a Twitch thing, and he solves puzzles, and those two met online, and she loved the sound of his voice to the point where the only thing that makes her fall asleep is the sound of his voice. Now, Gus, she doesn't know this, but he is an autistic character, and he loves puzzles and has a hard time, obviously, communicating with people, and that's where this Twitch thing actually helped him out. So she reaches out to him and says, hey, I will pay you for you to record your voice so I can fall asleep. And he's like, okay, why don't I just call you? And there starts that romance, y'all. This book was so good. Plus, it was super hot, super steamy, super cute, and super funny. I had a great time with this novella. And if you have not read anything by Alyssa Cole and you're a little bit kind of scared and intimidated, just pick this book up. Honestly, you're gonna have a great time. The next book that I read was Love Her or Lose Her by Tessa Bailey, and I gave this a 5 out of 5 stars. Y'all, whoa. I know, shocking, but I will say I'm a little bit biased because of this book. Some people, I've seen a lot of mixed reviews. Some people either love it or some people think it's like, it's alright, but thank God I'm in the absolutely loving this book. This follows Rosie and Dominic, and they are from the first book, Fix Her Up. Now, they are a married couple, but when I tell you that this marriage is it's not good. The only time they actually communicate or say anything is their scheduled time to do the naughty. So obviously sparks fly in the bed, but everywhere else it's trash. So actually Rosie, because she joined this super supportive girl group, actually decides to be like, okay, Dominic, we're done. I want a divorce. And he's like, wait, what? No. So they end up deciding that they're going to do extreme marriage counseling to see if they can maybe fix this, or that, you know, this marriage is done and over with. Oh my God, I love this book. It's because I'm biased. I will admit that. I will say, if you do not like the alpha male, you are going to hate this book. I'm telling you now, you're not going to like it. You are going to hate it. But one of my things with Tessa Bailey is, one, that girl group is so supportive, and it just makes my heart swell, and you get more of that girl group and more people, you know, following their dreams, which is, you know, one of my favorite things about Tessa Bailey and this whole entire series, watching them grow. And watching them, you know, especially Dominic being that alpha male Latinx military guy, you watch him grow and be like, well, I've been doing this wrong. And seeing his progress and develop, it was incredible. So if you didn't know why I was biased, is because, one, I am a Latina and he's actually Puerto Rican and I'm Puerto Rican. Two, He is a military personnel, and I'm a military personnel. Obviously, I'm not the alpha male type. That's a heck no. But I have seen it in my own culture, and seeing a male kind of grow out of that, and you still get a little bit of that alpha male, but watching him realize that this is not the way, it was an incredible journey for me. And because of that, I gave this book a 5 out of 5 stars. I loved this book, and I know for a fact that people are not going to like it because they don't like that alpha male. And if you can get past that alpha male, you're gonna love it. And if you can't, this is not the book for you. So go ahead and try it if you want, and if not, it's okay. And the last book that I read, it is a graphic novel, and it is Moon Girl and the Devil Dinasaur Volume 1, and this is by Amy Reeder, Brandon Montclair, and Natasha Bustos, sorry. And I gave this a 3.5 out of 5 stars. Actually, really did enjoy it. I really enjoyed Lunella, and I loved that this comic book, especially about superheroes, that, you know, the parents are actually present here and they're worried about their child, which is very refreshing, because sometimes we're reading these books and, you know, they're teenagers doing all this crazy stuff and the parents have no clue, but like Lunella's parents know, and they're like, you better stop. So this follows Lunella, and she is pretty much the youngest, most genius character in the whole entire Marvel universe. So she uses her brain to create all these cool gadgets and mechanisms, and she is interested in Kree technology. So when she gets this orb, this Kree orb, I forgot what the name was, it actually transports this dinosaur. And this dinosaur is like a gigantic puppy. So when these two connect, and not only did they transport the dinosaur, but they transported these bad guys that are like Neanderthal looking guys from the past to the future. They start causing the trouble, and the dinosaur was already chasing the bad guys, so these two team up together to stop them. It was super fun, and I will be continuing on with the series as well. Alright y'all, and that is the end of my February wrap up. I really hope that you guys like the style, because I think I enjoyed filming the style a little bit more than I usually do, which is a great thing, because all I want to do is enjoy my channel, and I've really been enjoying interacting with you guys. So do comment down below, because I try to answer and comment and talk with you guys. And again, thank you so much for watching my channel, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!